price increase does seem to be a bit on the higher side. Knee room will be seriously limited. The 4-speed torque converter which used to come on the older XL6, that gearbox used to sip a lot of fuel. People still want fuel efficiency, the higher range of a diesel engine. MotorBeamers, that right here is the 2022 Maruti XL6 facelift, and in this video I want to tell you 4 good things and 4 not so good things about this MPV. But the issue is that the heat is scorching right now. The car has been standing in the sun since hours and I really don't want to sit inside that hot car. So the very first thing that I will do is fire up the Suzuki Connect app on my phone and switch on the AC remotely, because yes, the XL6 is now a connected car. It has a lot more features than before. Well, how the turntables. First and foremost, how is the engine of the new Maruti XL6? Well, this isn't the same K15 engine as before. This is slightly updated. This one now gets dual jet, which means it has dual VVT. And talking about the refinement first, well, this is an extremely refined engine. No vibrations, no noises whatsoever, and it feels quite silent at low RPMs. Now, in terms of outright performance, this engine, well, it delivers 102 horses and 137 Newton meters. It is offered with a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter, and outright performance is just about decent. So right now I have the manual variant with me. Now in terms of performance, well, the low end response from this engine is just about decent. It is not very eager or exciting. It is okay for commuting in the city, but again, the kind of eagerness that you would expect from a 1.5 litre engine, well, that is somehow not found on this. Drivability is still very good. Power is delivered in a linear fashion, and there is some action near the red line also. But again, like, this engine does the job, but it doesn't put a grin on your face while doing it. Now, the K15 engine has been around since quite a while. It is offered on the Ertiga, XL6 and even the Ciaz and the S-Cross, and this updated engine is better than before in terms of fuel economy as well. So with the automatic, you get 20.27 kilometers per litre. With the manual, you get 20.97 kilometers per litre. Of course, these are claimed figures, but the real figures would be slightly higher than the pre-facelift XL6 definitely. Apart from that, in terms of driving manners, this XL6 is similar to the older car. The top speed stability is good enough, but the steering is quite incommunicative and doesn't offer the kind of feel or feedback that you would want. And well, there's a lot of body roll in this car too, because yes, it is a tall MPV and not something that you would thrash around corners. How good is the new 6-speed torque converter from Maruti? Well, I think this is way better than the 4-speed automatic that used to come on a lot of Maruti cars. In fact, it still comes on a lot of them. And while the 4-speed automatic was also smooth enough, it was definitely ancient, and this one feels way better. Yeah, in terms of smoothness, this gearbox is very nice. It is matched nicely to the engine, and it does its job of shifting cogs very smoothly, and you really do not feel any of the gear shifts happening. Now, this gearbox does not have an S mode, so after D mode you just get an M mode, but in the manual mode also you do not get a tiptronic function, which means if you want to upshift or downshift cogs, you have to make use of the paddle shifters only. There is no way to manually change the gears through the gear knob. So yes, the car is doing good. I'm really impressed with the 6-speed automatic, but yes, a tiptronic function would have been better. S mode may or may not be needed, so that is fine. One more thing that I noticed while driving the XL6 is that the SmartPlay Pro Studio infotainment system also has this energy flow meter, which shows you the kind of energy that is being redirected by the SHES system. So you can have a look at that right now. And one more thing that I noticed about this gearbox is that when you keep the gear manually in second or third gear, or maybe some lower gear, the car does not upshift automatically. It holds onto the revs till the red line and it stays there. So I'll just slot the car into the second gear. It is not downshifting because the speed is a bit high. We are in second gear now, and I am redlining the car. And yes, the RPM needle is stuck at 6000 RPM. It is not upshifting on its own, but yes, it does downshift on its own when needed. Upshifted to third, and the car is gliding its way on the highway. Lots of action near the top end, definitely. It is only the low end and the mid range where some more torque would have been welcome. But yeah, definitely a good job with the gearbox. What else is new on the Maruti XL6? Well, this car now finally gets 4 airbags, dual front airbags and 2 side airbags. But the thing to note is that the side airbags are only for the front passengers and not for the second row passengers. Apart from that, some extra features which are quite welcome are front ventilated seats, 360 view camera, Suzuki Connect, and a new user interface for the touchscreen infotainment system. Apart from that, this car also gets 16-inch alloy wheels, finally, which is again a much needed change. Also, the XL6 now gets a shark fin antenna, while the older car used to get a regular one. Maruti is also offering ESP with hill hold assist with both manual and automatic variants of the XL6. Comfort and practicality have always been one of the biggest USPs of the Maruti XL6, and well, this one is no different. Now, for people who find the Innova Krista too expensive, they will find this car very value for money because the second row seat does offer a very good amount of space and comfort. The seats are generously sized and they offer a good amount of support to the passengers. Space levels inside the car are also very good. Knee room is more than enough. Headroom is also adequate, and yes, I think this makes for a perfect family car, definitely. The windows also quite big and wide, and apart from that, the ride quality of the XL6 is also stellar over bad roads. Now, the 16-inch tires do improve the ride quality by a bit, because with the 15-inch tires, the older XL6 used to move around a bit over really bad undulations, but this one feels a bit more stable. And yes, I think the ride quality, well, there are no complaints on that front. You get a chilly AC over here, and I think in terms of space and practicality, Maruti has nailed it. Okay, so now the third rows of most MPVs are quite tight, but again, this one is also quite decent. I mean, for a car that costs around 15, ex-showroom, this is decent enough. Ingress, egress are easy, and yeah, space is decent. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, I am able to sit here comfortably. Headroom is fine, width is just about okay. Knee room is very limited. I'll just show that to you. So this seat is here, and I have slid the second row seat ahead, so that is why I have enough knee room right now. But if there's a tall passenger sitting ahead, knee room will be seriously limited, so that is an issue for tall people, but kids and mid-sized adults can sit here very comfortably. So what could have been better on the new XL6? Well, I think 4 things could have been better. First up, the fact that there is no diesel engine in this MPV does affect a lot of buyers, because people still want fuel efficiency, the higher range of a diesel engine, and of course the torque of a diesel engine. So that is a downer on the new XL6. The second thing that could have been better on the new XL6 is the fact that while the petrol engine is good enough for commuting, it doesn't offer the kind of eagerness or excitement that you would expect. The engine feels slightly dull in terms of power delivery, especially at lower RPMs, and some more oomph at the lower RPM band could have been better, and that could have improved the drivability of the XL6. The Maruti XL6 used to cost just about 14 lakh on-road Mumbai for the topmost Alpha automatic variant in its pre-facelift avatar, but this one, the Alpha Plus automatic, is now 17.25 lakh on-road Mumbai, and the price increase is quite significant. Yes, this one has extra features, an updated engine, and a new transmission, but again, the price increase does seem to be a bit on the higher side. Meanwhile, for the same price, you get the Kia Carens Prestige Plus 1.4 Turbo DCT variant, which is about 17.3 lakh on-road Mumbai, and that car feels slightly more premium. It has more features and offers better power and a better gearbox too. One more thing that could have been better in the XL6 is that Maruti could have added some more premium appeal to the cabin of this MPV. Yes, the quality of the materials is decent. It has a fair amount of features now, but still some more attention to detail, some more richness in the cabin would have been really appreciated. So that's it from my side, folks. I've told you all the pros and cons of the updated Maruti XL6. What do you think about this MPV? Do let me know in the comment section below. Personally, I think this is a very sorted vehicle and a great alternative for people who find the Innova Krista a bit too expensive. Fundamentals are sorted on this car. The engine is decent, comfort and space are really good. So yes, there are a few things which could have been better, but again, this does seem to be quite a sorted car. Let me know your thoughts on this vehicle in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.